My name is Andile, and I'm a tastemaker.
Ah,
Yeah, Sanbonani Kama Cindy, so also known as Inside Coins, and I'm the human jukebox.
Igama nguSlolo, mfana wasestratweni, the best plug in the city.
Fire.
fine. So James, first question is, what is the significance of water to you?
Yeah. It's on some water makes like 60% of the human body, and we can't live without water. So yeah, it's quite important to us for our health's sake.
And yeah, me, I'm a person who tend to gym, I would like to exercise, so Amanzi Yimpilo, I'm just like drinking water, you know. Because I always think about my skin, I want to have a clear skin, I want to have a long life, you know. So yeah, I love water.
As you mentioned, we can't live without water because even food requires water. For what is called this, it allows it to need water. Like everything kind of sort of like revolves around water. So I think water is super important and I love water.
And just the second one, James, is how has water played a role in your guys' lives as a group, individually?
Sorry? Go for it.
Yeah, so how has water played a role in your guys' lives?
I'm personally because I like stuff. So water has been a constant thing in my life, which I need to constantly drink water to stay healthy. I like look, my life depends on water because also being a model, so it's some financial, so I'm always constantly going back to water. Yeah, so it's like my go-to thing. Yeah.
And I would say, like, yeah, we really do, like, water is life, if I may say. But in Atlanta, since we all stay together as homies, and at home we always fight over water. On some, like, if there's no water in the fridge, we're always going back and forth. Like, why didn't you put water in the fridge type stuff? So like, yeah, that's one of our connections.
As me, a person who don't like hospitals and stuff, so I always have to, have water. Because me, I believe water is life. Like, that's why I haven't been to the hospital, like, ever since I was born. Because ever since I had the brain, I was just Silamans. So, yeah, I'm trying to stay healthy and clean.
Water is the healer.
Yeah.
Water is the healer. And what do you mean by that?
Like literally water solves everything, bro. Like whether you have a headache or it's a tummy or you're just feeling some type of way, like water is the go-to thing. Like it never lets you down.
But also in the sense that we like going to the beach a lot. So like we go there for rejuvenation, just to go relax, to clear our minds, just listening to the sound of the waves, listening to water clash against each other type thing. It hails.
Yeah, it calms you, man. It calms you down, It calms you down. Because me also, also me the past 3 years, like whenever I feel down or stressed or I feel like I'm in a dark path, I just go to the beach, I just go chill, come back rejuvenated, laughing, So yeah, man, water is clear. It clears everything in your life. No cap.
And James, what is your guys' take on water being a human right?
It's crazy how some people would live without Amanzi.
Yeah.
So like it makes up a human being. Like we made out of water. So why can't you live without water? It's a necessity in our lives, if I may say.
Yeah, and then like we made out of water and then they sell it back to us as well.
Yeah, that's why.
Can't better yourself, and start living from there.
I mean, like he has already mentioned with you, water is life. We come from townships where we have seen like where people are sharing like a tap of water maybe over 100 houses. So I think water should be like a human right. Everyone should have access to water. It's a basic need. Water is life. Without water, there is no life. So it should be a human right, definitely.
Yeah, and the other thing is, he says, what I've realized is the water is different compared to based on where you are.
Yeah, true.
Like Tina, when we used to stay at Lokshin, like our water wasn't. I wouldn't say it wasn't proper. If it was.
Yeah. Sometimes you'd see your water looks like a stony. Sometimes it looks like
it tastes like chlorine at times. So it's on some. It's crazy how our Lokshin are not afforded the same quality of water compared to like right now we stay in Worcester, so like we know the difference in the water, because the election day like we didn't like drinking tap water, we'd rather buy water, but right now we take tap water type stuff, and it's crazy. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask for you guys individually to give me this one.
Okay.
But the question is here: do you guys, or do you have a story, right, that you can think about that relates to water? It could be a story about now, it could be a story about back then, you know.
And in any way, not just survival necessarily.
You're not just drinking or anything like that.
Yeah.
Water.
Okay, let me go. What's the question again?
So, do you have a story?
A story. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you a story about water. So like that's when I forever like respected water. I was a kid. We went swimming.
Yeah.
So like we're swimming and everything. I don't know how I got I got to that point. I found myself drowning. I was drowning, and I didn't know how to swim. I was just like floating, trying to, acting as if I knew how to swim. But the next thing I was drowning, and they came to save me. That's when I was like, ever since then I respected water. Yeah.
Respect water.
Right?
Not crazy. Ladies first.
Can you please give me the question again?
So do you have a story that relates to water?
Me basically as a kid, also like I grew up exploring. As a kasi, you grew up exploring. It's like uvuke ekuseni uhlambe uphume namatshitani ukuze uthini uline. So us, like, we used to go ehlathini udibana with rivers, you swim, going from there we go to mountains. You're already dirty, now you need to be clean before you get home. We go swim again. But the only thing I've learned of water about respect is because actually especially
That's a good point. When you clean yourself, I don't know how what you guys say
ashy.
Because if you swim in rivers, it leaves you ashy, and then your face is like dry like this,
Okay, so it's like your water's supposed to nourish you, but it dries you out.
No, it's nourishing you, but you also need to nourish yourself, and you also need to know which water you're in.
Yeah.
Because those are like mountain, like not clean, but rivers, like we swim in. We also found snakes in those rivers, So it wasn't like that clean water, but it was good for us. We're still out here glowing and glistening.
So in my case, I've always been a broke boy, like almost my entire life. So I was one of those ladies that used to go to the robots and just dance for money, or just walk around with those donation forms, just asking around people for money. I used to do a lot of things for money until this one day when we were dancing at the robots, this guru said, "Yo, just do you know how hot it is for you guys to be doing this, just dancing around at the robots? Why don't you instead go and buy water and start selling it at the robot? You stand to make more money than what you guys are doing, and instead of you guys just dancing here, try and see the need. Water is always a need if ever I think about it, and especially in this weather, if ever you're selling water right now, you'd be making money. While I'm waiting for the robot to turn green, I would have bought maybe 2 bottles of water. So that's my significant story of water. Yeah. So from then onwards, it became a hustle. I was now that brew that just moving around the robots, just selling water. So at some point, water was my hustle.
Water, yeah. And just to elaborate on one of the reasons why we're here, you know what I'm saying, and the impact that you guys have had, in the city, in the country, in the youth. What is it rather for you to be a broke boy? Because you're saying I've always been a broke boy my whole life. As broke stands for something else.
Being a broke boy is I'd say it's a mindset. It's a way of life. That's what being a broke boy is. It's you trying to better your life and the lives of those around you. That's basically what it is being a broke boy.
Cool.
Just making the most of what you have and what you have access to.
How you can.
And broke stands for?
Being rebellious over conforming to expectations.
Oh, yeah. That's what I want
Okay.
I want to get
Being
that.
rebellious over conforming to expectations.
I really like that. I really like that.
Fine.
Fourth question, gents. No, we've asked the first question, right? Yeah. So you guys know Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bruce Lee once said, like, be like water.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So what does that mean to you guys as bro boys, as slow, you know, coins?
Me, I think when they say be like water, confuse your enemy. Let them not know your next move. Subambeka, flow. Don't be stuck in one place. Like, let's say we fill this room with water. Like, literally, this is a box, but don't be stuck in this block, in this box. Just try and infiltrate your way through that door. Find ways to move.
Out.
That's being rebellious, over conforming to expectation, but just on another
Scale.
So water is broke, gents.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah,
Yes.
what's your take on it?
It's also like as we mentioned, like water is just you can't figure it out. Like it's more than one thing, if I may say. You know, so like with you as a person, so I'm like, flow, find yourself. Don't be, as it says, don't be boasting. Just flow, man. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, see what I just said. Just
Oh, yeah. So one of the other things there is the fact that, like, from an African standpoint, there is access to water, there's a need for water, but also we as Africans, we take water in a different sort of cultural symbolism, you know. So from your guys on the cultural front, be it as black men, be it as broke boys, or, you know, as just individuals, what is your cultural significance when it comes to water? What do you guys take from that?
Water is spiritual, like especially for African, like water is used when amakamba amaningi. If you think about it, like constantly, if ever an uncle can come through with the herb and then crush it and then
let's say
bring
you
it
can
in
arrest that it's your
Shamba, and just to get rid of the
cleanse
bed, like,
also, you know. As I said earlier on, it depends about where you are, because also, like, where I come from, you get a certain river, but okay, this is a church river, people go pray there, they go baptize in that water, you know. Like Sangomas use that river for certain things, you know. So it depends where you are, but for what I would say for us, like, we are a lot of guys, so we share our experiences. We know guys who've been with Abasongoma, who've been cleansed. So like, because me, I went to go get circumcised, I went to the bush, so I had to go Isangoma in Fakamanzi, then cleanse and wash me. When I was at the bush living, I had to be cleansed, because I have to leave whatever that. Before I went to the bush, I had to be cleansed, leave everything that I ever went through before going to the bush. When I was at the bush, I had to be cleansed with the water there, to leave everything that might have caught up with me in the bush, leave it there, because now I'm starting a new journey. So yeah, water is also refreshing, literally refreshing.
But yeah, I feel that's that. Well, like even like when we go somewhere, you need to bring back Amanzi
2 liters
for abantu. Yeah. I don't know why, but like I feel like it's a thing.
I mean, as black people, I feel like we believe in water more than anything, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's life, bro. Like it's water is the healer, bro. Like once again. So that's why always, if ever you're gonna go back to Joburg, they always say, it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah. I'm done. Yeah.
Anything left unsaid, guys?
Drink more water or you might die.
That's great. Cool.
In other words, be rebellious over conforming to expectations.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's ask you.
Yeah.
What we will do is we just need to take that picture now.
Mm.
So we're going to take that outside.
Shall we see? I quickly want to go check what the light looks
Okay.
like at the front, because yeah,
Wide
it's
shot.
a bit wider, yeah. So be back now.
Fire.
Anyway, fellas, thank you very much. In the meantime, I'll put this